Hello, this is Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. It's based on a tabletop game designed by Games Workshop, and it's been redeveloped by Cyanide Studios. It's currently available on Steam. I've played a bit of Blood Bowl, I've played a few teams, but I'm no expert at it, and I thought since there's a lack of Let's Plays on YouTube, that I'd try and make my own. So we'll start a campaign. So you can play it in classic mode, which is very much like the board game. But they've added this blitz mode, which I think is designed essentially just to make it a bit more exciting for playing on your computer. I'm still going to play it in turn-based mode. I have to give it some sort of name. A bit boring, I know. We'll stick with difficulty level medium because I'm hardly an expert at playing this. So there's various teams available to you in the game. So you have a range from the sort of light, maneuverable, agile teams such as the Wood Elves to the really strong teams such as some of the Chaos teams. I think the Nurgle team is quite tough, and they all have slightly different playstyles. I've only played as the Dark Elves, who are a slightly bashy elf team, which are still very agile. It's very easy to run through your opponents and score tries. And I played as the Lizardmen, who are more of a mix, who have these strong Lizardmen who act as your frontline warriors, and then you have lots of their little skinks, which do most of the running and score most of the tries. I thought I'd try something a little different this time. Since it's the Chaos Edition, I might as well try one of the new teams. So I'll try the Khorne Demons. So we'll just call them the Phoenix Warriors. Give them a dark red look. We'll use the classic Khorne line from Warhammer. Ooh, must be a quicker way to delete this. Which is Blood for the Blood God. And let's start. So at the beginning of the campaign, you don't have really many options available to you. So each of these represents a tournament which is available, but since I start with no prestige, I can only play the very basic Clean Cup, which is unlocked with 0 prestige. Basically, you don't win very much for winning it, but it's relatively easy, and it'll be good for getting us started. So let's take part in this competition. So I have no players, so I think I do want to buy some if we're intending on competing. Wow, so we have a Bloodthirster, which is crazy. He fortunately has the wild animal trait, which I really, really dislike. So unpredictable. It's a very high risk that your player will just become unavailable to you. But we'll get one. Here we have. So let's look at these stats. So they all move at around the same speed. There's no one who's particularly fast. This guy has horns, Juggernaut and Frenzy. So this is presumably the sort of blitzing, attacking squad member for our team. So we'll want both of them. And then these will be our stronger frontline guys. And we'll have the cultists as our basic warriors. It's a bit of an issue, I think, that yeah, Frenzy on the basic guys. I don't know if that's going to go down well. We'll go for all the good guys first. So that leaves us with not much money to get any of the additional abilities, which are quite useful. So rerolls are pretty crucial to this game. This is when you can reroll the dice if you get a bad roll. Obviously they're very expensive, and I won't be able to afford any for a little bit, but these are pretty critical. The apothecary is also very important because a lot of players die in Blood Bowl, and these will make up their cost in no time. So I'll have to get an apothecary, at least one. Cheerleaders are quite amusing. They do help a little. Certain events. Same goes for the assistant coach. So I guess I'll get one of each. I need to choose a sponsor. So this is how you initially make some money. I don't think it matters much which one you choose. I don't think any of the values change. So I guess we'll go with Goblin Gambling. All good sports teams are supported by gambling companies. So percentage of victories forecast for the coming season. Well, I've never played as a team before and have no idea how to do so really. So we'll go with maybe one in three, a bit more than 1 in 3, 40%. The rankings is how many times we'll come top in one of the stats at the end of the tournament. I'm guessing not very many, but hopefully at least one. So we'll go with one. And my objective will be to improve the team's value. There we go. The team's ready. Let's prepare for match. So here we have Wood Elves and Skaven. So this first two games really probably aren't going to go very well at all. The Wood Elves are probably just going to throw the ball, pass all my players, and score try after try. And the Skaven will probably just be able to run straight through. So I think I'll concentrate on just trying to kill some of them and gain some experience. So the way the game balances the points difference, if you see here, the Squits Razor Claw team have a value of 1,320 and we have a value of 1,000, is they give you what they call petty cash, and this allows you to make up the difference in bonus things such as mercenaries or bribes or drugs, essentially. So, I think I'll probably go with a mercenary player. So you get some star players available to you. So I could get a Minotaur or a Troll. Oh, okay, probably only get the Minotaur actually. So Minotaur it is. It's another wild animal, so it might not go all that well. So here you go. Phoenix Warriors against the Squits Razor Claws. So here we go. Apparently we're playing at some sort of pirate town. Yeah, the Bloodthirster does look pretty ridiculous. I'm sure they didn't have Bloodthirsters back when the board game was out, but I guess they're exciting. So apparently I'll be kicking off, so I lost the toss, and they chose to receive the ball first, which means that they'll be trying to score in the first half, and my mission is essentially to stop them. But what I'm actually going to do is just try and kill some of them. So I'll just go for a sort of all-out aggressive approach. So we'll put the big guys in the middle. So which ones are the fast ones? They're quite similar. But we'll put the Bloodthirster in the middle. So 3 players have to start on the line of scrimmage here. And then you can place the others according to a few rules. So you're only allowed 2 in each of these flank regions at the start. Since I'm kicking off, I don't really need to keep any players back. But they're just going to try and sprint through. Oh, actually, they have, for some reason it's put my demons on the bench, which is great. So I can choose where to kick it. Since he doesn't have the kicking skill, where I click isn't going to have a huge relevance to where the ball's going to go. So I'm just going to kick it towards the middle and hope it doesn't go off the pitch. So, beginning of each kickoff, you get an event. In this case, it's changing weather. This is basically the no real result. The ball scatters one extra square. It's not a big deal. So Skaven are traditionally a running team. So they're just going to try and run the ball through my line, relying on their superior agility to dodge past the players. If you look here, yeah, he easily dodges past them. It's going to be very hard to stop them from scoring tries, but oh, that was quite lucky. We took one out. We're going to try and take some of their players down, more or less immediately. It's best to in Blood Bowl, it's best to take actions which are most likely to succeed first, and work your way down. So here we've got 3 blocking dice, so you'd hope we'd be able to win. And you can choose between different results on the dice, so I can choose which one I want. So I had to push him back. Stumbled will knock him over, so we'll go with that. If we're lucky, he'll get injured. So this guy is going to try and run through and score. So ideally what we want to do here is take him out. So I'm going to send this guy back. And it looks like he has successfully knocked him out. So I think we'll want to go with the... It's a difficult one. I think dodge means that if he gets the defender stumbled, he only gets pushed back. But I think it'll only be a pushback if we get the both down as well. Oh well, we'll just do a pushback. Maybe the other player can take him out. Oh, he can. And so the pit fighter cultist manages to knock him out, even though my demon can't. Now we want to try and apply some pressure near the ball carrier, try and stop him just running through. And try and punch a hole in the middle of their line. Oh. So here the wild animal event means my bloodthirster is completely useless. Oh well. So far I haven't actually managed to injure anyone. These players just temporarily knocked out. They'll get back up. Who's going to get back up? So maybe in preparation for that, we'll just position this guy. The more times he has to dodge out, the better. The better our chances are. We'll keep one of these guys back. So that's the end of our turn. We'll see how they try and break through. In a way, it's better if they score immediately, because that will mean that I'll have a chance to score a try before the break, and then I'll be receiving the ball in the second half and might be able to win 2-1. Oh, they managed to knock him out, so he's going to go into the dugout temporarily. As you see, they sneak these players through, and then they're either going to try and run down and throw, or just throw the ball through and try and score the try. So you need to continue to try and push through here. At least we managed to knock one of them out. So, as you see here, the dice are red, and that's because this guy has strength 4, and he only has strength 3. So this means if I try to attack, they get to choose which die it is, so I'd probably get knocked out. In those cases, it's generally best to leave it. So we'll call upon our bloodthirster, hopefully recovered from his moment of madness, to try and take this guy out. Just knocked him out. So as you see here, I've only got 1 block dice against this guy. But if I call in another guy to support, then I'll get 2 dice, because you get +1 for each supporting squad member when you throw the block. It's hard to tell what I want to do with this guy. I think I might want to just pull him back and hope that they don't manage to score. Here they go again. So each half is eight turns for each of us, and then we'll have the turnover. If I stop them scoring after 8 turns, then I'll get the ball and have a chance. Odds are they will score though, because basically this guy could probably run the whole way already. Use his superior strength there to knock out the demon. So I get the choice here. I can either have myself knocked out, or we push back. So I think I'll probably go with push back. So it's always best to get the guys to stand up first in case you fail one of your blocks and have to try again. So let's try and work our way back forward again. So that's basically a terrible roll already. So because he has block, it means that although I've got both down, actually only I'll get knocked out. So they'll probably score. But so you see, it's their turn now. So he should be able to run all the way through. There you go. So we're 1-0 down. So these are their cheerleaders. Some sort of slightly different rap people. So that's my guy in the dugout, and these are my reserves. My mountain of skulls. Maybe that's my cheerleader. Pretty good, in my opinion. So now I've got 4 turns to try and push through a counter attack. What I like to try normally is try and put weight on one side of the pitch and try to break through. And that's what I'll try again here. I guess there's not much of a reason why I'd want to use these guys instead of one of these guys. So maybe I'll put one of these guys back. Here we go again. So we've got a negative modifier on all passing, but I don't think that'll be an issue. I'm not intending on throwing the ball out the pitch. So I'll position him to protect the ball, and then we'll see where we can try and get a breakthrough. So we've got 3 dice here, so I'll push through with my star player, Mr. Blackhoof. And he seems to be successful. He's knocked the guy out, which is a pretty good start. It's good. It is a good start. We'll try and put pressure straight through here, if we can. So we try and have some deep defense by keeping a few guys back. Oh, you see a problem again. No blocks. It's definitely something which we need to get. If I'm really unlucky, they'll manage to sprint through and steal the ball, but I don't think they will. It means I'm unlikely to be able to score back though. See, they're very good at dodging. He says, immediately jinxing one. So I think under the circumstances, I'm probably just want to try and grab the ball. Problem is, he might very well fail to pick it up. So I think I'll try and knock him out first. Though if the if the not having block fails me again, alright. Seems to be okay for now. We'll just drive him back. And we'll try and pick up the ball. It's a bit of a risk. Yeah, he failed. Seems like fortune's not with us in our first game. Wow. Well, I'm definitely showing my lack of experience. I'm not used to playing this particular kind of team, but I think the idea is that I need to get the ball and slowly push up the pitch with my stronger players. Unfortunately, the lack of agility is causing some issues. I'm not sure what's going on here. The game occasionally does this. Oh, typical. So we're getting completely annihilated. It's probably going to be one of my worst defeats in Blood Bowl, but I find when you start off, it's always a lot harder. Unfortunately, yeah, so he couldn't even catch it, and I would have had to make the run in 2 turns. Oh well, so our mission is still to try and injure someone to give us the edge and some experience. So we're going to just try and take them out everywhere we can. Still no injuries. It's a bit unlucky. At this point, we're not really concerned about the score. We're just trying to get some experience. Thanks to the Juggernaut there, his lack of block didn't come back to haunt him. We'll move across with our star player. They'll of course just try and run through still, take out the ball carrier. Let's see if he fails to pick it up. Oh, he got it this time. So I can run up and I could try pass to him and sprint up. So they're not even able to throw it 1 square. Fairly alarming. I don't know what difference it makes whether you choose defender stumbles or defender down. Bloodthirster got a fist in. Still no injuries though. Even being hit by a Bloodthirster isn't enough to knock someone out. Oh, there we go. So that's an injury. In fact, he's dead. So, they used the apothecary there, you see, to change it from dead to fractured arm. And you see the Bloodthirster got a bit of experience. We want to level up as quickly as possible so we can get block, which will make a huge difference. But for now, we just need to push on. There's not much point working on our star player because his experience won't benefit the team. I'm not sure why the Bloodthirster can't. Oh, it's because he's got strength 1. Okay. I'm going to charge in here, I think. I think it's basically impossible for us to make it up the pitch now. But I suppose we might as well as try and get up there anyway. At least stop them from scoring. So if you see this movement where it has the dice, you can try and go that extra mile to score your try. But each time you step out, there's a 50% chance that you'll stumble. So it's best not to generally. We're just going to move up. So you get 1 turn's worth of time to try and take out a few Skaven. They don't have anyone in reserves, but they have 2 people in the dugout. So if I can kill maybe 4 or 5 people, we might stand a chance of winning. But it's quite unlikely. It was an unlucky draw for the first few games because these are the teams which I find it harder to deal with. Most of the AI teams are very poor quality, but the Elven teams and the Skaven can normally give you a run for your money. See there, because he has block, he takes them out again. That block is just hammering us at the moment. Some people say that the die rolls go against you, but it's probably just a matter of perspective. So you see they've gone straight for the ball carry, even though it's the end of the game. Once again, not having block. Oh, Frenzy managed to take him down. We're gonna go in for it here, I think. Need to try and get more experience. Okay, that might have been a mistake. Alright, we got away with that. Frenzy means that they always try and take them down again if they just push them back, which can be good and it can be bad. So we're just going to try and take out whatever we can. Maybe we'll try passing the ball to the Bloodthirster. Oh, he can't pick it up. Surprise, surprise. So the opposition are 2-0 up, and we have nothing to show for it. Just maybe 2 experience points, I think. So not even 1 level up. Takes, I think 3. You have to inflict about 3 injuries to level up. If we score some tries, we could level up as well, but it's much less likely. See, one of their players has recovered from being knocked out there. We'll go with the same again. So they've rolled Blitz, which means they'll be able to launch a quick attack on us here. It's quite inconvenient. Because the ball went off though, we'll be able to give the ball to a player, because at least we won't have to pick it up. We'll give it to our Herald. So this guy will be able to run all the way up to here, and I think we will go there. And we'll draw these guys back to try and shield him. It'll be very hard for us to score 2 tries, let alone 3. But we'll try and score 1. I'm going to try and push up through the left flank. Definitely going to need that block skill as soon as possible. So we'll try and take this guy out, I think. That might be a mistake. Oh, okay. Hopefully we'll push on. If we're lucky, we'll inflict an injury on one of these guys. So I think we'll end the turn there. They move very quickly, a lot of the Skaven units. As you can see, they have movement allowance 9. So they're plus 50% the speed of my squad members. Ooh. They're not generally particularly strong, but they're not bad. There are quite a few guys with 3. Maybe I'm just being a bit unlucky and not managing to injure any of them. I guess their armor values aren't bad at 7. 7's decent. So we're going to try and knock through here. So we can run up to there. We're going to go for it. It's a bit risky sending him on his own. Got anyone we can get to stand back up? We'll send this guy to try and help block. And we'll try and slow these guys down with these pit fighters. And we'll fly in for another punch here. Oh, he's failed again. A bloodthirster just got knocked out by a tiny rat. Oh, this is no end of problems for my team. So they're going to try and knock him out here. Oh, not sure how he lost the ball there. He didn't get knocked down. Of course, now we're going to have to try and pick up the ball, which historically isn't great for my team. I'm a bit worried that he's going to knock him onto the ball, but I think we're going to have to go for it. We're going to get this guy to try and pick it up. Oh, we should get this guy to stand up before we take any risky moves. We're going to try and pick it up. And he fails. I'm clearly showing my lack of experience with the stronger teams here, because generally a team with better agility will be able to pick up that ball, even under pressure, reasonably frequently. Oh dear. Well, we've lost another player down from my team. Considering my team's supposedly superior strength, it really isn't going very well. Obviously, they generally have more skills, and their team was over 300 points better. But nevertheless, I do expect better. See, he suffered his wild animal, so I can't do anything. We're going to have to try and push up to this ball, though. Still no kills here. It's fairly alarming. We'll just try and keep them busy. This guy will have to run in for the ball, I think. Oh my god. You can see why the team are struggling when they can't even pick up the ball. So, yeah, this is a great example of how to play Blood Bowl, as demonstrated by the Skaven here. Now you can attack players when they're down, as just demonstrated. But if you get caught by the referee, you get sent off. So they were trying to kill the Bloodthirster there, essentially. It does work. I've seen that strategy work. So here we're going to try and push them off the ball again. And try and pick up the ball again. So this guy can try and pick up the ball for the millionth time. But instead I think we're just going to try and kill this guy. And of course, we can't even do that. Well, we're going to try and pick up the ball. Oh, this guy is incompetent. Maybe he's been bribed by the opposition to lose the game, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, any game where you have random chance, sometimes you just feel like it's against you, and it's definitely one of those games for me here. Yeah, end of the match is imminent. I did want to get a try, but that does seem very unlikely. Let's just try and break through. He's finally picked it up. It's basically a miracle. So if you see with the move, these red squares indicate that they can intercept me, and they probably will, knowing my luck. So we need to break through their players. Looks like we might have done it there. Unfortunately, you can't move again. But oh well. So after you move a player, they can't move again if you then move another player. But he wasn't really going to get very far anyway. So we're going to send the Bloodthirster in. Looks ridiculous when he walks around. Is that the first time I've actually moved him? It can't be. So we're going to move these guys up to try and help. We might have just enough time to score one try. Hopefully the player who dropped the ball again and again will have learnt from experience and won't drop it again. But yeah, I guess he's the one who'll score the try, so he has a reasonable chance. Alright. Here comes the tricky bit. We need to knock this guy out of position, which is why I was doing that. Otherwise he would have to dodge out, which I'm not confident of doing at the moment. Well, that star player did a reasonable job there. Let's send the Bloodthirster through. Oh, he suffered a wild animal attack again. Fantastic. Well, looks like we might make it. Let's get him to stand up. It's always good to keep some players nearby to support. I mean, it doesn't make much difference whether we score or not, but it'll get us a bit more experience. It'd be nice if we actually managed to inflict more injuries. So it looks like they're probably more likely to run this guy in. Okay. They might manage to stop me scoring after all, actually, at this rate. Their superior speed is definitely a disadvantage for my team. I fully intend to break through though, so we're going to go in for it. Well, let's score it. So a bit of experience for us. What a celebration. Oh, I guess that's our cheerleader. Some sort of demon girl. I think we'll probably need more than one for that to really work as a spectacle. Oh, he's back to see the end of the game. Well, as I expected, we've lost to the Skaven. And we're probably going to lose to the Wood Elves too. I think it's Wood Elves, the other team. But I guess we'll find out in due course. So yeah, let's leave it. So we scored, so now they'll get the ball. I don't think they're able to score in one move. I think it is possible if you right turn of events and a team with the right bonuses, you can get people with quite high movement allowance. Then it is possible to just sprint through, and if you're lucky, score in a single turn. But I don't think they have anyone able to do that at the moment. It is a bit worrying the way they always go for the Bloodthirster. Its armor is quite good, but I need it to stay alive because it's very expensive to replace, and I don't have an apothecary. You may see that some of the Skaven have additional body parts on them. It's because they when they level up, they have bonuses which allow them to mutate and gain strength and other special abilities. There we go. Oh, a disappointing performance from the Phoenix Warriors. Lost their first game, but they're only beginners. So the game got a decent rating for excitement. We had more of the ball, but in the end, we just couldn't win it. We still get winnings. In fact, we managed to win more than them. Here we go. Fourth of Group 1.